Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy, and today we have the January monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome, Sag. Hope you guys are doing really good. Welcome, cross-watchers, if you are cross-watching for Sag. Throwing a disclaimer in most of my readings this month because I feel that some people are not understanding how these general readings work. So remember, guys, keep in mind that these are general readings on YouTube, meaning that they are for the general sign of whatever sign we're doing. Does that make sense? So this is very general. It's for Sagittarius. It's for all placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for all those placements. So that means that not every message will resonate with you. Maybe the whole thing resonates with you. Maybe none of it resonates with you, okay? So take what resonates, leave what does not. If I say something that you're like, that's not about me, but then you start freaking out, don't freak out. There's nothing to freak out. If it's not about you, it's not about you. You'll know what messages are for you. I do believe that if you are here and watching this, there is going to be something during the reading, at least one thing that you will hear that will change your perspective or give you some type of insight. I set my intentions very strongly and clearly on all my videos and all my readings that I put up on YouTube that whoever watches them, so regardless if you're a cross-watch or whatever, I set my intentions that whoever watches these videos, these readings, you will get something from them. Does that make sense? So whether the whole thing resonates or not, I'm very certain, I believe in myself and my abilities, that I set my intentions in that way so that anyone that watches this will get something from this. I am confident that you will hear at least one thing that will change your perspective or increase your level of consciousness or your vibration or help you break through out of a cycle or just have a realization about something or just give you information that you need at this time. That's why you're here, because I believe everything happens for a reason. You didn't just click on this video by chance, right? So with that being said, very long disclaimer, but I'm going to get into it. I know you're used to someone talking a lot. It's probably you, because I'm a Sag too, so I talk a lot. All right, so going into your channeled message for this month, Sag. So the first thing that I was being shown, I think it was like I don't know, because it wasn't super clear to me and I just saw the face. Why did that just fall? Ah! Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, so some of you guys could be we'll get into this later, but some of you guys could be dealing with like a lover or soulmate type of connection, because look, this just fell out. I was holding it like this, and this one just fell out by itself, the lovers. And then underneath that is the Two of Cups in reverse. So you could be dealing with like having issues between a connection between you and a partner or something like that. Anyways, we'll get into reading. I just thought that was interesting that fell out. That's weird. Okay, so your channel message, the first thing that I saw was, I'm not sure if it was like a tiger or a lion or like a bobcat. It was some type of like a big cat, like one of those big wild cats, something like that. And at first I kind of felt like this cat or lion or whatever was being very defensive or protective over their space and their energy, almost like maybe like they were coming after like your cubs or coming after like your property or coming after you, and then you had to like lash out. Like I felt like this tiger animal was like lashing out, was being was putting on like their ferocious, aggressive, fiery side in order to like ward off other people from coming in. Does that make sense? So there could be someone, maybe you're trying to keep someone at bay, and it's like your energy is like really fiery. It's like, you know, when like if you piss a Sag off, ooh, it's like we just like erupt in flames. It's like we're just radiating fire, and it's like people feel that energy, so people like will stay away from it because our energy is just so intense, and we like exude it. I guess, is exude the right word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's like we're projecting that energy out, and people are like, oh, I don't want to go talk to Sag right now because I can feel that they don't want me to talk to. I can feel so I think you might be putting this energy off towards someone. Also, what I got though, and then after that, like kind of, you know, warding, this animal's like kind of protecting either themselves or like there's something by propelling and portraying themselves this way. So you might be very cold, you might be very like short and with someone, or just your energy you may be very short with a lot of people. I just feel like your energy is very like, I know I said fiery, but like cold in the sense that like you're not talking to anyone. You're being very like, I'm not going to tell you how you feel. I'm not going to tell you this and this. You don't just like, I just feel like there's a lot of fieriness in that sense, that it's like making you very cold to either a specific someone or just multiple people right now. Because your energy is just propelling people away. The other thing after that, I saw that this like cheetah or lion or whatever, I saw them chasing after like an animal or something. And I specifically heard aim to kill or shoot to kill. I think it was aim to kill, something to kill. It was either, I said specifically, I already forgot. My mind is so like, what was it? I think they're saying aim to kill, not shoot to kill. I feel like you guys have this is that part where like Sag is like we always have our eyes set on a goal or something, and I feel like you guys have your eyes set on a very specific target that it's almost like this target moves. So like this isn't like oh, I'm gonna one day I want to get this, or one day I want to have this, and those are things that are stationary in the sense that they don't move or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say like I don't know how to explain this. I think it's because you're chasing after a person, or if not, it's something that moves, because people can do whatever they want. People have free will, free choice, right? So like someone can decide to do something else and they'll move further away based on their decisions. Whereas like material things are more stationary in the sense that they don't have free will, free choice. So they don't go where they please when they want, right? So that's why I think that primarily you're dealing with a person that you're chasing after, or could also be that someone's chasing after you. I do feel like that you guys are not chasing, but like you have your eyes set, you have your target set, like that's the person I want, that's the situation I want, that's the group of people I want to be with. And it's like you try to make progress towards whatever it is, regardless of if it's a person or not. I really feel it's a person for most of you. Regardless though, whatever it is, it's like you make a little progress and then that thing goes a little further away from you, and then you make a little progress and then it gets a little way further away from you. So like you're getting frustrated, you're getting impatient in January, and I feel like you're like relentlessly chasing after this thing so much that you might be tripping over your own feet this month, okay? So be cautious of that. Sagittarius are actually really physically clumsy, but also the reason why we're represented, why we have a lot of like physical clumsiness, like why we trip a lot or whatever, is because that is actually something that is like metaphorically represented in the sense of like the horse or the stag, where horses travel a lot, but they do tend to trip over themselves, or because you're always chasing, you tire yourself out and you end up just getting so tired you collapse or you trip. So just be careful of that. If you've been chasing after something for a while, January might be a month where you either burn out or you trip over your own feet in a physical sense and in a metaphorical sense as well. You might get tripped up on your way chasing after this thing. So that was your channel message. Let's get into it. So for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Oh, Happy New Year, by the way. 2020 is going to be a magical year for a lot of people, especially Sag. So regardless of if you watch through Vedic astrology, and you're a Sag, I think that Sag for Vedic astrology, sidereal, I don't know how to say it. I believe Sag is returning or just returned to Jupiter. If you're following Western astrology, I think it's in Capricorn, which either way it's going to benefit you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In different ways, it just depends. If 2019 was a shitty year for you, then... Yeah, if 2019 was a shitty year for you, then I would say that you're probably more based in Vedic astrology, if you follow Vedic astrology, because because now it's going to be a good time for Sag. Sag is returning to Jupiter. Jupiter's returning to Sag. But if 2019 was a really good for you, and it was like a really lucky year for you, like you had a lot of luck on your side, most likely you're going to be looking at your chart in terms of Western astrology, because Jupiter was in Sag for like all of 2019. Or not all of it, but the majority of it. And now it's moved into Capricorn. If I'm not wrong, I could be wrong, so someone like fact check me, because I'm not an astrologer. This is just like what I follow from the astrologers that I follow, but I get it mixed up because I watch Western and Vedic, so it mixes me up. Because both of it makes sense to me. Vedic is starting to draw my attention a little bit more though, so. Anyways. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the month of January, what is going on for Sag? Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so primarily I'm really getting that this is just a lack of self-love and self-care. So I feel like Sag, you have a lot of love to give. Obviously, you're not one that's big on commitment in terms of partnerships with people. You love a good mentorship. You love to mentor other people. But in terms of romantic partnership, you don't like that level of commitment, because I think it's primarily you just don't like that level of dependence on you. You don't... It's not to say that you're not reliable, that you can't be consistent, but you're very, not flighty, but it's just like a Sag does what they want. Super free-spirited. So it's really hard to rely on a free-spirited person, because if they're there and they're available, yes, if we're there and we're available, we will help you. We will be there for you, for the ones that we care about, the ones that we love. But also at the same time, we have our own life and we live our own life. So it's very like, you know, if I'm there and I'm available, I will help you if I love you and I care about you and you're important to me. but also at the same time, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. If I'm doing whatever the hell I want and I'm unable, if what you need me to do for you, what you need from me, counteracts my own plans that I have going on right now, it's we have a problem, right? I feel like primarily there's just there's a lot of love that you have to offer. There's a lot of love that you have to give, and I feel like you do give it to your friends and your family, but I honestly feel like there's kind of a longing to give it to another person. Does that make sense? You could be having more casual relationships in the month of January, whether it's just one or multiple, and it's almost like they make you feel a lot more empty. Does that make sense? It's like you might be having casual relationships because Sagittarius loves a good little romance fling. Not like not just a quick, but like we love having lovers. Or at least, I mean, maybe this is just me. I feel like Sag loves to have lovers, have a multitude of lovers, or have like multiple stories of love, oh yeah, like me and this person were seeing each other for a couple months, and it was just like, but this is just the thing, like it's just, they're never very long, right? At least in my experience, I'm just speaking for myself, but I feel like January might be a month where you have those types of relationships with people, short-lived, but doesn't mean that they're meaningless. They're meaningful, but they're short-lived, and they might make you feel a little bit less, they might make you feel emptier than you were feeling before, because it's like I don't know, it's almost like you're interacting with people, and it's like you can't connect with most people or these people in the same way that you've connected with someone in the past. I feel like there's someone in the past, or at some point in your life there was someone or something that you were able to like unconditionally love and just trust, and you're meeting people, but all those connections, they feel less than the connection that you had before. Does that make sense? So I feel like you're kind of holding out on this, not holding out, but you are kind of not giving all of this love because like I said, you have a lot of love to give, and you're meeting people that are maybe not worthy of your love, and then that's why you feel kind of empty because I'm not going to give it because I can tell we're just not on the same page, or I can tell that they're not deserving of it. And you can tell that the connection is not the same as a connection that I think you previously enjoyed and had. And then we have the Sun card. So January overall is going to be a bomb month. It's going to be a month where you're going to be filled with happiness. I see that if you spend a lot of time outside, specifically in the sun, whether you're going to the beach, tanning, walk in the park, hiking, whatever it doesn't even have to be something active. As long as you're just outside laying in the sun is really going to energize you this month. So this is specifically for the couple of Sag in here that your energy levels, like maybe you've been productive or busy, you're doing things, you're active, but your energy levels might be just a little bit low. Like when you go and do things, you get tired really easily, or you find yourself really exhausted lately in the past week or so. Or if you're finding yourself feeling really drained this month, I'm getting that it's not primarily people, it's just a lack of like vitamin C. Right? That's what we get from the sun? Yeah, I think so. So just spend some more time out in the sun. It would be really, really good for you. So try not to be indoors that much this month, okay? This is a month to just be out there. It doesn't mean you need to be doing anything crazy, no parties, no nothing, unless you want to. But I'm just saying, just spend some time outside in the sun. It would be super beneficial for you. I actually feel like being in nature is actually, for those of you that are like light workers or do any type of psychic work, or meditating outside would be really good. I actually feel like primarily for Sag this month, if you're watching this, you will receive a lot of downloads, a lot of messages and signs from spirit and the universe when you're outside in nature. Does that make sense? For some specific reason. And I know that one's very true for me. I do a lot in nature, so which makes sense. But King of Swords. I feel like January is a month where you need to be very direct with your words, okay? So you need to take on the energy of you need to be direct about what you want. King of Swords with the 7 of Cups in reverse. So there are a lot of options. Right now, in the month of January, I feel like, Sag, you're looking at your life and you're like, well, okay, I have a lot of love to give. I'm not really giving into anything. I feel kind of empty. I feel like people aren't really giving me enough love. I'm happy. I'm content, though. You're happy and content with yourself. You believe in yourself. You're confident in your abilities right now. I feel like you're standing tall, but you need to be very direct. I think honestly, what this honesty about what it is that you want out of life, it is in part obviously to be direct and honest with yourself about what you want out of life, but really what Spirit is saying is that you need to be honest and direct. You have to tell the universe what you want out of life. Does that make sense? And this specifically is pertaining to this situation, right? So going back to what I had just said about January might be a month where you're having casual relationships. No judgment, girl. I'm doing it too. It's fine. Do what you want. But also, it might be a month where you need to reevaluate what you're doing, because remember that the universe gives you, God, whatever you believe in, they bring things into your life based on what you allow and do not allow into your life, right? So, just throwing this out there. If you are interacting with casual relationships where you know you don't really love this person, where you know you don't this, and this, what are you telling the universe by entertaining these options? That you don't deserve to have a relationship where you love them and they love you. So they're going to keep sending you more situations like this that are less than, because that's a situation that is less than you deserve, Sag. So that's what you're showing the universe. By our actions, thoughts, and feelings, that is how the universe understands us. That is how the universe is like, okay, they seem to really like that, so I'm going to give them more of that. So the universe is looking at you, Sag, and like, okay, they seem to like connections that are less than what they deserve. They seem to like dealing with people that are less than what they deserve. So I'm just going to keep sending them more situations like that because they seem to like to entertain that. So it's up to you to cut that out, to cut out what you feel like you need to cut out for your own life. And make sure that it's really important to only have people, situations, and things in your life that are at your level and that are worthy of your time and energy. Because when we spend time and energy on things that are not deserving of our time and energy, that are not respecting our boundaries, that are not this, that are not that, that are less than what we deserve, that is telling the universe that we want more things that are less than what we deserve. Whereas if we focus on just the things that are like, oh, that person respects me, I respect them, that situation's good for me, this person loves me, I love them, you're showing the universe, okay, they want more situations where they're deserving, that it's mutual give and take, that it's respectable, that they love, that there's love in this, that they really, really enjoy this, that this is something that makes them really, really happy and fulfilled. Okay, I'll give them more of that stuff. So that's what you need to be honest with. And yes, that does start with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What is it that you want? And if you're like, I don't know what I want, a lot of the times it's actually easier for us to figure out what we don't want. You know, maybe you don't want this connection that isn't really going to go anywhere. Maybe you don't want this, because Sagittarius are wise. Like, a lot of people think that we're stupid. We're not. A lot of people think that we're like goofy and like ditzy and like because we're so fun and like just we joke a lot. But we're wise as hell. We're mature as hell, ultimately at the end of the day. Deep down inside, there is a lot of maturity that comes with the wisdom of Sag that a lot of people don't realize or get the opportunity to see. So be honest with yourself, because you probably do know what you don't want. So start cutting out the things that you don't want in order to help you find what you do want. Because if you start cutting out the things you don't want, you're removing those negative things so that the universe is like, okay, they don't want that, they don't want that, they don't want that. I'm not going to send them any more of that. And then they'll start sending you the things that are right for you. And then that's how you'll find what you do want. So be direct with yourself this month. Be honest with yourself about the choices in life that you're making currently and are going to make in the month of January. Because it's all about the decisions that you make. The Star card in reverse. What is it that you really want? What's your dream right now? What's your goal? What's your wish? What is that target that you're aiming for? What is it? Is it clear, or are you just chasing after one target and then another one passes by and you're like, oh, I want that. And another one passes by, oh wait, now I want that. I feel like there's a lot of indecision happening this month, Sag. That is part of the clarity of the King of Swords. The King of Swords, this man, and you don't have to be a man, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, any of those could be significant placements for you or someone that you're dealing with or situation. Doesn't have to be though. This man, this person, this energy is so decisive. It's like, oh, I know what I want, and I don't need anyone's opinion. I don't need anyone's advice. I don't need to talk about it first to figure it out. I know what I want. I'm clear as day. This is what I want. I'm just telling you straight up. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Very direct, very honest, and very sure about what it is that they want. And then with the Star card in reverse, talking about dreams, right? Also Aquarius. Talking about not obtaining your dreams or your goal because there's something that is blocking it. And primarily I'm just getting its intention. It's the intention that you're setting. It's your own manifestation. So it's because you're not 100% sure about what it is that you want. You're not 100% sure what that end goal is. You're just chasing after things. Almost a little bit mindlessly, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm picking that up for some of you. the universe isn't sure what it is that you want, and it's because you're not really sure what it is that you want. So try to take some time, go outside and like meditate, or go for a walk, and just don't listen to any one or thing, and just let your mind go blank and just be like, okay, what do I want? What do I want from life right now? Two of Swords in reverse. It's really hard for you to figure it out, because I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on this month. There's a lot of maybe even overthinking, where you're just like overanalyzing everything. Sag, you're overanalyzing, and within yourself is what I'm seeing. And I don't think you're really thinking about anything external, but you're just, well, for your own life, yes, but it's just all about you this month. You're thinking about like, where do I want to be living? Where do I want to be working? It's like you're reevaluating where you are right now in life. So at this moment in time, whatever it is that you're doing, you might just be bored. You might be bored of work. You might be bored of where you live. You might be bored of who you're seeing. And it's just like you want new everything, but you're not exactly sure about what that new everything is, right? And I think, Sag, because we are mature, but the thing with Sag is that as we grow up, we need to realize that we need to have a little bit more of a structured plan. I know. Cringe. That's not what a Sag wants. But it is important to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's at some point in life, I think it would, and if you don't agree with this, that's okay. I think that it would be reasonable and wise, Sag, to be able to have some sort of a plan. You don't have to structurize that plan. You don't have to give yourself a schedule. I hate those things, but it's nice to at least have a plan, you know? It is nice to also go with the flow, but also you can still go with the flow while having a plan in mind. As long as you have that end goal clear as day, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna try this to get there. Oh, that didn't really work. I'm gonna try this to get there. Oh, that didn't really work. I'm gonna try this. You know, be fluid in that sense, be free spirit in that sense, and you're at point A and you want to get to point B, and be fluid and free-spirited and whatever you want in the way that you get there. You don't have to beeline straight across. You don't have to have a structured path. But you need to kind of have an idea of what it is that you want. It's important. It is very important. And I feel like you may be admitting it this month. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Yeah, we need structure. We need a little bit of structure this month, January. Sag. We need a little bit more of this energy, this King of Pentacles energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could also have this significantly chart. Again, I still see this primarily for you. This person has made the plans. This person has made it to the top. They're very successful. They're very wealthy. They have what they want. They have all the goals and the dreams that they wanted. They have it because they took the time to plan it out. So if you eventually want to become this, if you eventually want to be the King of Pentacles, where you have money to travel and go and do whatever the hell you want, you have the stability to be able to travel and move away from certain things, but always come back to a home base and always come back to that structured stability, that consistency, at least having one thing that's consistent. But yeah, so... And then talking about a growth as well, like this person has grown a lot. Like this person has learned a lot and experienced a lot through the path that they took to get to their end goal. Does that make sense? So make sure you're being smart about your choices this month, Sag. Being smart about the decisions that you're making, things that you're saying yes to, things that you're saying no to, situations you're putting yourself in, experiences that you're having or not having. Be very smart and be very picky about all of those things this month. You want to make sure that you're doing things that are going to benefit you. Don't just do something for the sake of doing it. I feel like a lot of you guys have maybe been stuck in that or have been doing that a lot, where you just do things just to do them. You know, you do it because someone invites you and you're like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. That'd be fun. You know, try to, I always say, like in my house, like even though my house is like not very structured or organized, it's kind of messy, but it's messy in a way that's organized for me. And like everything has a place because everything serves a purpose. So I have things specifically set in places because they serve a purpose there. It's random, it doesn't really make sense to other people, but it makes sense to me. That's kind of what needs to happen. You need to make sure that everything you're doing, every choice you're making, every event you're going to, every person you're talking to, it serves a purpose. Like, why are you talking to this person? Why are you going to this event? Why are you taking on this job? It's like, why? Is it just because? Because just cause isn't gonna be enough of a reason this month, okay? Just to say that. Just saying that, Sag. Alright, we have material, harvest, harmony. Okay. So these are things to look out for in the month of January. Yours don't really feel like warnings, they feel like more so like blessings, but the universe wants you to know what's going on. So we have material harvest. I actually feel like this is Nine of Pentacles. I actually feel like you might be getting an increase of money this month. Yeah, I actually feel like, okay, so something to watch out for is that a lot of seeds that you may have planted in the past 6 to 9 months, something that you had planned on a long time ago, or something maybe you started 6 to 9 months ago, is now coming to fruition, or it's now really benefiting you. Maybe you started a new job 6 to 9 months ago, and now maybe you're getting a raise, or maybe now you're finally getting into the swing of things, or maybe you started a business, something like that, where there is you planted seeds, and then now that revenue, that stream of income or resources is finally starting to trickle in, finally starting to feel right, finally starting to pour in. Everything's feeling balanced in career and money for some reason, okay? Then we have I believe this is the Six of Cups, but I'm not 100% sure. No, this is not the Six of Cups. What is this? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure what this is in tarot, but we have harmony. So I feel like you can, something else to be on the lookout for, Sag, is I feel like you might have a moment with a specific person where you're going to feel really connected with someone, okay? So this is referring back to that kind of like that soulmate, the lovers that we saw in the beginning that fell out randomly. This is talking about there may be someone in January, Sag, where you're going to meet or you've already met. I feel like it's someone from the past that you might be reunited with, and when you reunite, it's going to be like the connection is just there again. It's always been there, it's never left, and you'll feel it, and you'll just feel really in sync with this person. Like your energies will just sync up instantaneously, and it'll feel really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I don't know if this will happen to me. We'll see. But I asked like why, because I was like, why do they need to watch? Because these cards are always about what we need to watch out for, what we need to look out for. Usually they're warnings about negative things. Yours feel positive, like I said. So I asked like, why do you need to watch out for this? Why do you need to watch out for when you sync up with this person, when you feel that, you know, energetic connection? And they said it's because that is who you're supposed to be with, Sag. So for a lot of you, this is like a really deep connection where this could be someone that you're supposed to end up with ultimately. And it's like you'll know who it is based on when you meet this person, or if you already met them and you reunite with them this month in January, you'll have that like harmonious connection where your energies just sync up. And that is going to be the telltale sign from the universe telling you this is your person. That's beautiful. And then we have the Four of Wands, foundations and achievements. So again, we're talking about structure and a little bit of planning this month. I know. We don't like to do that, but it's kind of necessary. So it's just keep an eye out for what our focus. Try to focus on what it is that you value. Like, what do you value as what do you value in terms of what is an achievement? Excuse me. What is an achievement to you? How do you determine and view your successes? Like, what is fulfilling for you to do? Like, you do something and it's like, okay, that was fulfilling. You do something and that didn't make me feel good. You know, what is fulfilling to you? Because I feel like it's through doing those activities that you build up your foundation of happiness, and you build up your foundation of stability by focusing on the things that actually make you happy. And through doing those things, because it seems like it's sporadic, it's still random, it doesn't have to be structured, but through focusing on just the things that make you happy, and give you fulfillment, that's where I feel like you're going to be finding stability this month, Sag. So it's not all about planning and being structurized and organized like a Virgo. I feel like it's for Sag, it's really just important to focus on having a structure in the sense of, oh, I know that these things make me happy, or these things make me feel this way. That's your structure. Just knowing, that's your foundation, knowing what makes you happy and what doesn't, and only doing the things that make you happy and bring you fulfillment versus the things that do not. That is where your foundation lies. All right, closing message from Spirit. I feel like there's a little bit of romance. I'll put one from the romance and from the dailies, just because I feel like there definitely is some romantic aspect to this. I feel like the focus is not on that. The focus is definitely on your career and your goals, and planning things out a little better and being direct and honest with yourself about what it is that you want. But I do see that there is something to do with like a soulmate or some type of divine connection. So we'll pull one from the love angels. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for the month of January. What do you want? For the angels that watch over, guide, and protect Sag, what does Sag need to know right now about this connection? What does Sag need to know right now about this connection? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So what I'm getting specifically for this, it's literally just, it's not in a negative way. It's talking about same thing. I already put it away. The harmony card that we got, how I said that this is a sign that you'll know it's a person. That's all they want you to do. They want you to pay attention to the romantic interactions you're having this month. So like I said, a lot of you guys might be like casually seeing people. Maybe one of these people that you're casually seeing, if you're seeing multiple, or maybe just the one person. Maybe if you really take the time to really try to like, the next time you're with them, really like try to feel their energy and feel if there's a connection or not, that's how you'll know. And that's also how you'll not know. So that's how you'll know that it's not the one. Does that make sense? So if you're meeting, if you're having a casual thing and you're with them and you're like, I don't feel anything with them, stop, leave that alone, right? It's a waste of time. So pay attention to the energy and the connection that you're feeling with whoever you're interacting with this month, because only one of them is your person, and that person is there. They're somewhere there, whether you're seeing or meeting them yet. Oh, why was this here? Okay, well, this card was in this deck, so I'm going to take it as well because it should not have been here. And we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Who got this? If you have any Scorpio placements, or if that's if that means something to you, because my Venus is in Scorpio, so I'm like, I'm going to go watch the Scorpio reading because I just remember they got this card for theirs. And theirs was about a soulmate as well. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Let me know in the comments down below. It says passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So same thing I told Scorpio. Try to be honest and open with your love and with your thoughts this month about how you feel. Be honest about it. All right, so closing message from the angels that guide, watch over, and protect Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placement. Whoa. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Notice the signs. Yeah, you really gotta wake up, Sag. There's a lot of signs that are being sent to you. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. So really, really keep an eye out for any signs that you see. Like it says, you might be getting feathers and stuff. Like I said, you primarily will receive a lot of these signs and messages and downloads when you're outside in nature. So if you want to receive signs, if you want to see these messages, if you want to actually pay attention to these and catch some of these crucial signs that your angels are sending you, go outside as much as you can this month. I promise you there will be something that you will see that you're like, wait, that's kind of weird, or something that will happen. Pay attention to time. I'm getting 1111 is a very, very specific number, not just 11s or 1s. 1111 on the clock is very, very significant for you this month. So notice when you see it, or if you see it at all this month. All right, that was your reading, Sag. I hope that you enjoyed it. If it resonated and you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I really, really would appreciate that. Subscribe for more if you have not already subscribed. I appreciate the support, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you're dealing with and what situation I'm going to. I'm a Sag, so a lot of this does resonate with me and does not as well. So I would like to talk with you guys down below. So make sure that you do that, because I would like to reply to all the comments. If you want to book a personal reading, you get more direct answers to your specific questions for your specific situations, you can book a one-on-one personal reading with me, and the information to do so is in the description box down below. Send me an email. We can talk about rates and how that works, and etc, etc, etc. I offer my sessions over Skype and Zoom, so those are live, as well as a pre-recorded session video that I could just send to you and you can watch as many times as you want. It's totally up to you. Both are the same price. So I think that is it. I'm trying to think of anything else. Nope, that's it. All right, take care of yourself. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open, this eye open, to notice all these signs and stuff. Spend some time outside and focus on what it is that you want. Be honest with yourself. You gotta admit something to someone, and it's to yourself. You gotta admit how you feel about certain things. You gotta make changes if they need to be made, but you gotta know where you're headed, okay? You gotta make that plan, I know. Alrighty, Sag, take care of yourselves. Good luck, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.